Shalom, Israel. Shalom, Akim. Shalom, Akwakim. First off, I want to give all praises to the Most High Yahweh, Ba'ashem, YAHAWASHI, Ba'ashem, Rakwakodash. I just want to touch on a few of these videos that's circulating around what's going on with the different cattle, herd, animals, whatever you want to call it, whether it's sheep, um, deer, any different type of animals. So what's going on right now? A lot of people who own farmlands are reporting that the animals are behaving in a weird way, if you will, right? Um, so this video here, I just want to give a spiritual discernment of what we see in the spirit. So I'm just touch on just a few hot points. I'm not going to make this video long, but I want people to understand the times that we're in. Number one, we're in the season of Feast of Dedication, or Hanukkah, or Hanukkah, or whatever you want to call it. So a lot of things have spiritual meanings behind it, right? And only the elect, the prophets, the servants, have the ability, through the grace of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi, to discern or to interpret what's going on. So with this video, I want to touch on a little bit of what we're seeing. I'm assuming these are sheep or whatnot, but this has been going on all over the globe, right? There's several different videos out there on it. I don't know, hashtag it, Google it, whatever, right? So you see all of the animals are just, herding, if you will. So, for example, if these are sheep or whatnot, I'm not zooming all in like that, but if these are sheep, right, the spiritual aspect behind this, like, right, what Yahawashi said, my sheep hear my voice. The sheep are the organic stock of the Most High. So people say bloodline and all that doesn't matter. They have no understanding. Number one, they're likely not calling even on the right name of the Most High. So the Most High is not dealing with them. All right. The sheep are the organic stock of the Most High, meaning bloodline. Your bloodline is always matters. Our bloodline has always mattered. Always. The Most High has always tried to keep it preserved, if you will. All right. So spiritually, I want to play it again. You see all the sheep. You see those two trees standing in the middle, right? So I guess it's one of those things is not what you see, it's what you don't see. You see the sheep, and they're circling around these two trees, right? So spiritually, if these are sheep, but I take it as they're sheep because it looks like a speckled bird, right? The Most High says in Jeremiah 17, and somebody will put that down there in the comments, 17:4, 17:9, I believe it says, my heritage is unto me as a speckled bird. Most of the bird, right, if you will, is quote unquote one color, but then you have the speckles in there because the Israelites are scattered into all nations. So of course, some of the men are going to have, heathen wives, or we're going to come out looking like, you might see a person that walked by, like Blake Griffin's son. He walks by, he looked like a full-blood Edomite, but he's not. He's an Israelite, speckled bird, right? He don't look like the rest of us, but Blake Griffin's son is what they call today a nigga. He's a nigga, right? And I don't even like saying that, but just so, y'all can understand, if you will, right? Cool. So we see that, right? See the two trees in the middle. So spiritually, what we're seeing is the sheep being gathered around the two olive trees. That's what we're seeing. Spiritually, that's what we're seeing, right? Let me try to use some scripture to kind of go into that a little bit, because I don't want to keep people long. Let me just touch on some high points. We're going to go to Zechariah 4, all right? Because they just kind of popped up on me in the spirit of what was going on, all right? So Zechariah chapter 4, verse 3, okay? And two olive trees by it, and one upon the right side of the bowl, and another upon the left side thereof. So what was going on? I mean, y'all can read up the first two verses. There was a vision, dream, whatever you want to call it. Zechariah saw the candlesticks, and we're going to get to that. And he saw, I guess, two manner of people, if you will, by the candlesticks, et cetera, et cetera. He saw, one would say the two witnesses, if you will, all right? Stay in Zechariah 4. So, of course, like we all do. Some of us who have happened to meet angels, or if you have a dream or vision, you ask for interpretation. So this is what's going on. Zechariah 4, verse 11. Then I answered and said unto him, he's talking back to the angel, what are these two olive trees upon the right side of the candlestick and upon the left side thereof? All right. I'm just hitting the hot spots right now. Y'all see this. Y'all can read through it on your own. Verse 14. Then he, the angel, these are the two anointed ones. All right. These are the two witnesses that stand by the Lord of the whole earth. So they stand by YAHAWASHI, right? Because we are the only ones called by his name. There are no heathen. There are no Gentiles, if you will, called by the Most High's name. So Acts chapter 10, chapter 15, none of that is talking about heathen nations. It's talking about the Israelites. Cornelius was an Israelite. So anybody using that stuff with Cornelius and he got the spirit, heathens cannot receive the wisdom nor the spirit, period. They can Google and they can research, and you could think that's wisdom, but that's just using Google. That's using Bing. They're not anointed. They don't have the spirit. They don't have the zeal. There you go. All right. Let's go to Revelations. Let me see. Revelations 11, right? So matter of fact, let me try to play that video again so you can understand, right? As if these are sheep, they're circling around. Those two trees represent two olive trees, right? Northern and southern kingdom. But my sheep hear my voice. So it's one heritage, but there's some speckles in between. All right. Let's go back to Revelation. What did I say? Chapter 11 or chapter 12? Chapter 11, right here, right? Verse 3. And I will give power unto my two witnesses. The same two that's going to be on both sides of them candlesticks, right? And they shall prophesy 1,260 days, clothed in sackcloth. Letting you know that these are people, right? That's what the Israelites wore, okay? These are the two olive trees and the two candlesticks standing before Yahweh of the earth, standing before the power of the earth, standing before Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi, right? Because these are the Israelites, northern and southern kingdom. These are not what you call today. I mean, I'm not using color, but just so y'all can understand, black people and white people. Well, my wife believes and she thinks this and she. No. Just talking about the Israelites. Verse 5. And if any man will hurt them, fire proceeded out of their mouth and devoured their enemies. And if any man will hurt them, he must in this manner be killed. Right? You heard Yahweh shall say, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. Well, those who hurt us, because we are the saints, we're the servants, he that leadeth by the sword shall be killed by the sword. They're going to die in the same like manner, like as the prophecy states. They're not going to be whisked and lifted up into the sky, throwing strawberries and Skittles into everybody's mouth. That's not going to happen just because they believe. It just doesn't make sense, but I want to stay on topic. Verse 7. And when they shall have finished their testimony, the beast that ascended out of the bottomless pit shall make war against them and shall overcome them and kill them. And their dead, that's slavery when we went into captivity, and their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, here America, Babylon, which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. Egypt is bondage. We went back into slavery and captivity here through ships. Sodom is everything that's going on now. Gay marriage legalized. Everything. Everybody cutting open their bodies, getting BBLs and Botox injection all in their lips and fake eyelashes. All this is sodomite behavior. Men wearing purses, causing them saturas and all that. No, it's sodomite behavior, right? Where also Yahawashi was crucified. Where also our Lord was crucified, right? Because that's where the Most High, Yahawashi died, if you will, right? Here, right? They got rid of the law. They got rid of his image. They plastered white Zeus everywhere. It's spiritual. Verse 9. And they of the people and kindreds and tongues and nations shall see their dead bodies 3 days and a half, and shall not suffer their dead bodies to be put in graves. Everybody stood by her and watched this genocide of the Israelites for 400 or 500 years. So they're going to stand by and watch your salvation. Okay? Verse 10, and they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them like they have. Came over here with gas stations, pawn shops, all kind of stores. They came to join the American dream. They know it's nothing but death and bloodshed here. Why they joining in on it? We keep going. And make merry and shall send gifts to one another, because these two prophets, the northern and the southern kingdom, tormented them that dwell upon the earth. And after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from Yahweh entered into them. This is why everybody waking up today. This is why all of us waking up, right? And they stood upon their feet. Now we standing up like Kyrie Irving and all that, right? And great fear fell upon them which saw them. This is why they want to get rid of, movies and all that other kind of stuff. Because they're scared. They're fearful. They're banning books and everything now. But you can still go pull up 12 Years a Slave and all these slavery movies all on different TV channels and networks and stuff. Okay? And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. And they, the Israelites, ascended up to heaven in a cloud in those chariots. And their enemies beheld them. It didn't say they joined us and eating bonbons and we spinning, dancing, and Mary Poppins. No, they're going to watch it. They're not coming with us. Okay? So back to the video again, right? You see that? These are all, sheep, if you will. They're all of the organic stock. They're all of the same bloodline, but some of them look a little bit different because we were scattered into different nations. You don't see sheep with goats. You would see goats walking in there too if we're all going to be blended in, watching Huckleberry Finn in the kingdom of heaven. No. We all going to be of the same stock. Okay? Let's get some more of that for verification. Let's go to Matthew. Let's let YAHAWASHI, let's let Christ tell you the same thing. Matthew 25, verse 31. All right? Verse 31, red letters, so this YAHAWASHI talking. So for all y'all, Jeebus, it ain't no edifying this. Verse 31, when the Son of Man, YAHAWASHI, shall come in his glory, judgment day, right? And all the angels with him, and the 144, then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory. And before him shall be gathered all nations, like the valley of Jehoshaphat, and he shall separate them, not join together, separate them one from another, as a shepherd divided his sheep from the goats. Because remember, the goats are the heathen, right? And he shall set the sheep on his right hand, but the goats on his left, right? This is why most, not just Edomites, but other nations, they got that stringy dog-like type hair, right? Even if you have a little, what they say today, mixed baby, it's going to have puffy kind of hair, right? Verse 34. Then shall YAHAWASHI, the king, say unto them on his right hand, come ye, blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the earth. It was always given to the Israelites from the beginning, period. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Not Abraham, Ishmael, and whoever. So it ain't the Arabs, it ain't all of us. It's Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. You so-called Negroes, you come from Jacob. That's it. Okay? Let's get one more, right? So the animals, we got to pay attention to that. Let's go to Job. This is also why you will see, if you pay attention when you go outside during the daytime, morning, noon, night, evening, you're going to see the animals or the birds and the squirrels all positioned near the power line or all gathered together in one tree facing in one direction. Because like the Most High says, even the animals give praises to the Most High. You got to pay attention to it. Job chapter 12, verse 7. But ask now the beasts, and they shall teach thee, and the fowls of the air, and they shall tell thee. Or speak to the earth, and it shall teach thee. The earth shall help the woman. And the fishes of the sea shall declare unto thee. There's a video floating around with a young Hebrew woman sitting in the river, and the fishes are circling around her, while the heathen are paddleboarding. Who knoweth not in all these that the hand of Yahweh had wrought this, and whose hand is the soul of every living thing, and breath of all mankind. Okay? So back to the video, what you seeing spiritually, the sheep hear my voice. Okay? The sheep hear my voice, and they're gathered unto me, and you see us gathered around the two olive trees. Something big is coming. Stay vigilant. Stay prayed up. Stay gathered unto your people, unto the Most High. And Most High willing, we'll do this again here soon. With that, shalom.